Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we'll be taking a look at an amazing set of headphones for a ridiculously low price, which you should definitely go out and buy right now. Don't bother watching the rest of the video, just click on the links in the video description. Although, keep watching to find out more. Okay, so this was a deal which we found very recently and was posted on the YouTube community tab post. So some of you may have already got this. If you have already, then hopefully you'll agree with me in saying that this is possibly one of the bargains of the month, if not the year, possibly even the decade. This is a ridiculous offer. I'll get it out of the gate straight away. These originally $39.99 for noise cancelling headphones, reduced to $29.99, and there was then a further 50% off offer, which you can click on £15 voucher, and essentially you pay £15 for a set of Bluetooth 5.0 noise cancelling headphones. Yes, £15. That is just insane. That is basically less than a few cups of coffee. Are they any good though? That is what we want to find out. So today we're going to go through, do the unboxing. I have actually listened to these already and given them a test. And if you just want the quick answer, should I buy them? Yes, you should, definitely. Go ahead, buy them straight away now. But for those of you who want to find out a little bit more, let's get into it. So starting off on the actual listing for the page, it comes with, it says the brand name is Lovector or something. I don't know, can't really pronounce it, but essentially they come through and they're from MPOW. So these are the model BH427A, otherwise known as the overly long name of MPOW H12 IPO ANC wireless headphones. That is somewhat of a mouthful, so we'll just refer to them as MPOW headphones for the rest of the video. So on the front we've got specifications, so we have got on there active noise cancelling, which they do have, Bluetooth 5.0 support, although you can use them backward compatibly with Bluetooth 4.0 and other variants. Also you've got deep bass, which they certainly have, and also you've got CVC 8.0, which is basically Qualcomm's voice noise cancelling for the microphone setup. So yep, pretty good specs so far. On the side of the box goes into pretty much more of the same, so yeah, noise cancelling, Bluetooth 5.0, deep bass. You get the general idea. On the back we've got some more of the specifications and it goes into more detail, it tells you about the ratings, etc, which I'll put on the screen for you now so you can see that. But most of you are going to be interested in what is actually in the box, so let's have a look and see what we actually get. So don't be surprised there isn't actually a great deal in here, but all the bases are covered. So you get this little accessories bag, and in the accessories bag you get pretty much everything you're going to need. So first of all you get a small USB Type-C charging cable, which is used for charging these. I love to see USB Type-C on devices now. It just takes all of the guesswork out of it, literally. Doesn't matter which way you plug it in, it just works, which is awesome. Just make sure you keep them clean. If you're not sure how to keep your USB Type-C ports clean, then we've got a handy video up there to tell you how to fix them. Also included is a TRS cable, which is 3.5mm both ends. So this is for using with other devices which don't support Bluetooth. Now there is one downside to this. If you are using the 3.5mm jacks, you can't use the microphone at the same time because these are TRS, not TRRS. So if they were TRRS, you could use mic and headphones together. If you use them just with TRS, they are headphones only. So if you're thinking of getting these and maybe using them on your PC for streaming and using the microphone, you will have to use the microphone via Bluetooth, headphones via the 3.5mm jack. Hopefully that makes some sense. Also, it comes with a little guide to tell you how to connect them to TVs, PCs, etc. You essentially need a Bluetooth adapter. You also get a warning about how to charge them and saying basically use a USB Type-C USB plug, and that is it. Don't use anything else, mains adapters, etc. because potentially they could light on fire, which is never a good look. Lastly, there is the instruction manual, which is yeah, pretty straightforward. Tells you how to charge them, how to turn them on, how to use the ANC, etc, all very interesting stuff. The real interesting part is the actual headphones themselves, which come in this really nice kind of faux leather protein style carry bag with dual strings on there, so you can keep all your bits and pieces in there nice and together. If you're maybe going on a holiday or you're sticking them in your work bag or something, you can keep them separate from all your other gubbins that are in your bag. Inside the bag itself are the headphones, and as you can see, these are foldable, so you can actually compress them down and they open up very easily. Got a little bit of movement in the actual pads themselves, or the earphone sections, so they will twist round, and there is flex in them as well and various movements, so they're pretty comfortable. The padding actually is a really nice padding. It's got like a memory foam on there, which is very soft touch. You've got these kind of faux leather protein coverings as well. pretty nice. They do get a little bit sweaty with prolonged use, but that is the nature of it because they do clamp onto your head relatively well. They do a good job of isolating, although they don't necessarily need to because we do have noise cancellation built in, which I've actually just realized is on currently because the headphones are probably still on. So we'll press the button and turn those off. Talking of buttons, very easy to use. So there's limited buttons on here, but on this side we've got the 3 buttons. So you've got volume up, volume down, and also button in the middle, which is play, pause, or if you press and hold, that is power on and off. So pretty simple, straightforward to use. On the other side, there is just one button, which is your ANC button, or automatic noise cancelling. And essentially you just press it and the green light comes on and you get a notification through the earpads, like a ding ding sort of noise, and then when you turn it off it's ding ding ding. I would have loved to have seen that being ANC on or ANC off, much like it is when you turn on the power. It's power on and pairing, it tells you in a audible way, which is actually really good. I love it, the fact that it tells you that they're pairing, etc, etc. But yeah, the ANC, you can tell that the ANC is on because the sound profile changes entirely, but yeah, I would have liked for it to have said ANC on. That's just me, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So going back to the actual design of them, they're finished in this kind of really nice kind of gunmetal dark grey. Very nice finish to them. The headband on the top, again, very soft with that kind of memory foam effect. The headband itself on the top is a little bit flexy, there's a bit of twist and a little bit of creak in it. These are £15. £15 isn't a lot of money, so obviously things have been cut, corners have been, well, not cut, they've been completely chopped off, but overall, very nice sound quality, which is ultimately why you're buying a set of headphones. So yeah, very portable, folds up, etc. You've got all the connectivity. You've got the USB Type-C charging on this point, as we said before. It takes about 2 hours to charge fully from completely flat, and it will give you a absolutely stellar runtime of anywhere up to about 40 hours, although some people who've actually bought these already and reported back to us have said they've got 60 hours already. So yeah, that is pretty insane. I guess it's going to depend on your connectivity and also your usage, volumes, etc, etc. But yeah, seems to be very good. A couple of things I've noticed already is when you're kind of holding them, there is a little bit of a clack and creak to them, but again, it's not the end of the world. When they actually hit that side bit, there's a plasticky noise, but realistically, once it's on your head, you're not going to be doing that. It's not going to happen, but yeah, it does give that kind of slightly cheaper effect or feel. They're not exactly premium, although they do look premium, just a little bit plasticky, but again, very forgivable for £15. Going back to the actual connectivity, so there's the 3.5mm jack there. There's also a couple of holes there, one of which is for your microphone, which actually will give you a demonstration of now, which I've recorded on the PC earlier, so you can hear what the sound quality is like. Okay, so this is a sound test of the Bluetooth USB noise cancelling headphones, which we posted on our community tab. This is open to everyone, so if you're a subscriber, this should pop up in your feed at some point. Absolutely brilliant value, £29.99 reduced to £15 with a voucher. Affiliate link was there. I'll put this in the video description also so you can check it out. And that takes you to this page here. So it's actually under the brand of Locter or Lobkector. I'm not even sure how you pronounce that, but anyway. So originally they were £39.99, reduced to £29.99, and you can potentially save another £15 off that with the £15 off voucher. Just click on the button there and it will apply it in your cart. So you'll get these for £15. So hopefully they sound pretty good. I have had a quick listen to some recordings previously. I am using Bluetooth 4 on my PC, so that inherently is going to pick up things in the background, Wi-Fi noises, all that kind of stuff, as it generally tends to. There's quite a high compression as well on Bluetooth, so the audio is not going to sound crispy and like it is in the part of the video where I'm actually talking to the camera, where I'm using a lav mic. So this quality is going to be degraded somewhat, but certainly I think it's going to be usable. The volume levels seem to be pretty good. I've got it actually in OBS with the volume level up to pretty much the maximum that it can go. So yeah, hopefully it sounds pretty good. This is a noise test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, D, E. Peter picked a piece of pickled pepper. Yeah, anyway, let's move on to the video. So that's the sound quality, not too bad at all. On the other side of that jack is a LED, so that gives you various different functions. So whether it's charging, whether it's on, pairing, etc. When it's pairing, it flashes red and blue to say it's pairing. When it's powering on, it's red. When it's charging, it's red. When it's fully charged, green, etc, etc. You get the general idea. And the same goes for the ANC. When the ANC is actually turned on, in actual fact, if I turn them on now, you'll be able to see that. So power on, and we get the flashing LED, and already it says Bluetooth wirelessly connected. Then if we want to, we can press the ANC button, and then we get the green light coming on there, which says, or basically tells you that ANC is on. Press it again, and it turns it off. Now, there are some drawbacks of this particular setup. Now, because the microphone is basically working through the Bluetooth system, like I said earlier with the TRS thing, you cannot use the microphone when it's in the 3.5mm jack mode. Also, when you're using the 3.5mm jack, because it's kind of unpowered, you can't use the ANC. So realistically, I think for most people, depending how you're going to use it, I think most people will probably be using these as a kind of device to be used while you're maybe commuting to work or taking the dog for a walk or just relaxing in the garden, that sort of thing. At which point, realistically, you're going to be using Bluetooth, so it's going to be absolutely fine. You can fire up the noise cancelling if the neighbour turns on their sprinkler system or the jacuzzi, or maybe they're mowing the lawn, then it's going to block out a lot of that. The ANC doesn't block out everything. It's not an entire ANC. It's a very kind of neutral effect. Now, I have actually tested these in a live stream that we did a little while back, which you're more than welcome to check out. But essentially, when you turn it on, if you say you're wearing them and maybe you're just tapping keys on your desk, now I can hear that quite easily. But when you turn the ANC on, you can kind of still detect that there's something going on, but it doesn't intrude. So you just get the music and what you're listening to. It's a really interesting way of doing it. It's not a total noise cancellation, which I find a little bit weird and a little bit creepy and don't quite like listening to it. But this just takes things down probably about 40% or more of the kind of ambient stuff around you. It does listen in to what is going on, so there is a microphone hole there at the top. You've got one of those on both sides, so it kind of works out what is going on around you and uses that sound profile against what you're listening to kind of eliminate some of those kind of white and dark noises, whatever they are. I'm not too sure how the technology works, but it certainly does seem to. So anyway, I think that is going to pretty much wrap it up. Overall, sound quality is excellent, no complaints there. Nice deep bass, mid-range is totally usable, and the highs are not overly emphasized, they're not very tinny. It's just got a nice rounded sound to it. I really like the sound profile, it suits me well. For watching movies, listening to music, absolutely brilliant, no problems at all. Again, for £15, there's very, very little you can complain about. The slightly plasticky, clacky sound on the side, again, that's just being picky, because you're realistically never going to hear that, unless maybe you're wearing them jogging, in which case you possibly could. If your head was the right size, you might pick that up, but it's pretty unlikely. For £15, you cannot go wrong. I would strongly suggest you get a pair. If you've got noise cancelling headphones already, just grab these as a spare pair, or maybe buy a bunch of these to give away for gifts at Christmas. I think anyone receiving these is really nice packaging. It's a decent overall thing. Battery life's great. £15, stocking filler. Yeah, you definitely can't go wrong with this. Buy as many as you possibly can while the deal is still on. At £29.99, I would be less tempted, if I'm completely honest. £30, there are other options on the market, but still I would give them consideration. But for £15, yeah, definitely a no-brainer. So let me know what you think about these ones in the comments section below. If you're one of those lucky people who've already picked one up, then let us know what your thoughts are and how you're getting on with them. Really interested to know all that kind of stuff. But I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you guys in the very next video. Thanks for watching.